All right, everyone, welcome to today's lecture. Today we're going to be talking about the following. We're going to be talking about pathing and reinforcing efficiency. And we'll also be using Port Maersk as an example of what to do. Another possible example, we might use another map depending on the time and your comprehension. So first, we are going to start off with a quick lecture, and with the lecture, I'm going to just be having you do this on autopilot. I want to have you do this obby. So go ahead. Start now. I'll fix your stats. Go. And I want you to get used to the mechanics of your avatar. And I want you to be answering a few questions. So when I call your name, you're going to be thinking. And then when you're thinking, it's going to be hard to move and concentrate. So the point is, as a leader, it's going to be hard to concentrate if you're also fighting or moving or shooting at the same time as you're leading and trying to talk to people, So the better we get at that, juggling our brain or our thoughts, the better we could be more efficient fighters on the battlefield as well as leaders. Otherwise, if you're just leading and focusing on that, you may not be shooting too well. Arguably, leadership's more important if you are the sole leader. But the best leaders, in theory, can be fighting and leading at the same time. So I'd like to go over a few concepts. When it comes to raid leading, or even just as a fighter, as an individual, reinforcing is really important. Because, the point of killing people is so that way they delay their reinforcement time and hopefully your team reinforces faster than the enemy, right? So let's go over this. There are certain concepts such as straight line speedrunning versus cover to cover time. So, I'll just demonstrate this later, actually. I want us to review the material from yesterday. Let's go over that. What do you remember from that lecture for those of you who were there? I want you guys to help teach that lecture right now as we have some new people here. So what was the topic, Lurching? Remember?
Okay, so the topic was about effective communication and how you typically want to avoid weak language, like so should we, and being really assertive when you're talking. It's important to do this. It's because, people respect you a lot better and people listen to you. People can actually understand better when you're being assertive, when you're speaking clearly, and when you're not stuttering or saying those weak communication words, those filler words. That's one of them. I believe Magnetic was in the lecture as well, so
Magnetic.
maybe he could.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so essentially the topic was assertive and economical leading. Assertive being make sure you're forceful with your comments
You're being loud, you
and
guys. You're so slow. Go ahead,
make
go
sure
ahead.
you're. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. You gotta make sure you are not like giving your team reason to disobey you or not respect your orders. You have to be very respected, and there's honestly an entire lecture was spent explaining how to be respected. Basically, you need to not be. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot to explain.
Sure, I'll help you then. So
Yeah.
again, you could always reference the announcements and the channels in the Bushido Enclave Discord for reference. But I also know you guys are doing an obby, so you're doing this from memory. That's okay. So let me just explain. So assertive communication is different than being passive or being aggressive. So if you're passive, you're a pushover. You're basically a weak bitch who cannot say much. You don't speak your mind. You're not able to control the floor. You're not able to control or lead members effectively. People won't respect you if you're passive. If you're not making call outs, if you're too shy, right? These are all signs of being passive. So when it comes to lineup, when it comes to being a good leader, you need to be assertive. You also can't be too aggressive. So think of it as a spectrum. On one end of the extreme, it's you're too passive, you're not saying much at all, you're too shy, you're just, you know, very introverted, which, you know, doesn't need to be a bad thing. I'm more of an introvert myself, but I could still lead, right? Versus being aggressive on the other extreme, where you're basically just an asshole and you're toxic and aggressive in that way, and people won't like that either. But technically, it could work from time to time. You know, look at leaders like Otter Bass or other clanners, you know, who I don't necessarily respect, but to some degree, some people follow them, and I don't want that to be a mixed community either. You know, we don't need to be toxic scumbags who vilify our members or, you know, shit talk around people when everyone here is human and we all naturally make mistakes. I just care we learn from them. So being assertive means you're straight to the point, you're concise. So for example, I could say, lurching, we're on Port Maersk, we're defending, lurching side door. I mean, you know what that means? I say I want him to go side door because that's assuming he's an ST. He's going to hold side door of ST. He's not going to do anything else. He's not going to roam. He's going to only follow orders. So you see, I use username and command to give the command. So I could say mag lead backstage, and mag could be leading backstage, like that. So that's really important to keep in mind. Minimal speakers is also really important. So there's a raid leader. There's always a raid leader, and then there might be assistants or one assistant or multiple. For example, if we're playing a fair zone, you might want to have a leader for mid, a leader for left, a leader for right flank. For Port Maersk, let's say you're raiding Port Maersk, and you're on terminal, and then some of you die, including yourself as the raid leader. You need someone else to substitute for you and make callouts to watch for old, new, main vent, top main. So those are where assistants come into play. And hopefully with this obby, you understood how hard it is to pay attention or like to think while doing an obby, right? So imagine trying to lead while treating, or lead while thinking of a strategy, like, and moving, you know. The more you get used to multitasking, the more like you're quick on your feet, the better. But sometimes we just want to rally. So like, let's say we're at Port Maersk. As you're AFK walking to sewer, you're going to be making callouts and strategies and leading people. You could look at usernames. You could say, hey, so-and-so, reinforced radar cliff, you specific names, reinforced radar cliff, and shoot blast door as you wait. For further instructions, don't go to gate vent because there could be ST that runs out. There could also be people on defender cliff who jump out. You could also say rotate the banner. Okay, fake that. Rotate to gate. Okay, fake that. Rotate to black store, and then, you know, you're all waiting. You are waiting at sewer gate anyway. As you do this, you're just sitting, so that's easy, right? Versus trying to lead and improvise a medi push from a teleporter to a side door, and then fake that into monkeying top main, right? That's a little bit more hectic, but it's still important to understand that too. So for your main strategies, you're going to be able to do that while you're rallying. You're just waiting for people to rally. And then the micro strategies depends on your quality of your members who are able to listen to fake a medi push and then split up or so forth. That's what we did last time, the blob drills. When you're talking, make sure you also use clear comms. So if you were talking, you say, instead of saying shut up, that's like aggressive, like being like an asshole, you know? You want to say clear comms, clear comms, clear comms. Yeah, take notes in your personal channels while I'm talking. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to announcements and leadership and cadre. I'm referencing this. I'll put it again. So if you check out general chat room, I'm just going over this review. You see that general chat room pinged here? You see that? If you see that, just react with the cadre logo. Good. Check the Discord. So that's literally what I'm referring to right now. So clear comms, say comms, clear comms. That means everyone shuts it immediately. Everyone better do that. Otherwise, you gotta say a specific name. Lurching, comms, clear comms, right? If he's not shutting up. Want to be respectful about it. Get rid of weak language. Should we do this push? You know, like, why are you hesitant? The leader cannot be hesitant. You need to go for it. You are going for this push. You can't just sit here on your ass and wait to rally and waste 2 minutes just rallying when you could have had an extra push. Raids are all about a timer, and I'm going to talk about that concept in a moment. That's our main lesson. Punishments. I said right there. See? Next, punishments. That's an example of what to do. For example, you may screenshot before, middle, and after the raid leaderboard to see who was present. And that way, if people are leaving and it costs us the raid, for instance, which it did in the past when we had activity issues, we'd obviously want to punish them or exile them from cadre, because that is contributing to our defeats. We could also ban leavers from cadre, verified events, priority events. We could remove XP, add warns, kick them from the event, etc. And then blob drills, just remember how to heal. Most importantly, heal the person in the back, heal the person being focused. If you're in the front, stop for a quarter of a second, so that way you get body blocked by your other members who will take the bullets for you. Salmon, face forward, please. Thanks. And that's basically it for now. I want us to do the obby one more time. And I will ask you questions based on what I just said. And I think this will be a good format for our lectures. Go ahead.
Right.
So, ready, set, and go. Yep. The spawn was a little messed up. We gotta fix that. We gotta tell numeristic that the spawn allows some people to get a head start unfairly. So, as we do this obby, I want you to notice, as I ask you questions, you're gonna fuck up more. Because you're thinking and trying to move. And it's the same analogy if you're trying to lead. So you need to rally properly. So I'd like to ask Salmon, what did you understand about the type of leadership that I just talked about? How do we communicate?
Use CC, by the way.
You have to be assertive, but not aggressive. You can't be mean, but you can't also be like passive. You can't be like too nice. You have to make sure they understand what you're saying and respect you, but you have to also respect them.
Right. Okay, next, long shot. What did you learn from last lecture that I hosted a couple days ago about leadership or medihools? Okay, next, Octavia. What did you learn from last lecture?
From medi healing, I learned that it is more effective to communicate to the team when you need to look behind you during a push to heal and or catch the back of the push.
Right. Okay, Octavia, good job. Slice, were you present last time?
He wasn't.
I don't think so either, but he was here to comprehend what I just said. If he has a microphone, he needs to use it.
Slice user mic.
You guys are
right? I wasn't there.
Alright, cool. But what did you learn from what I just explained today? Even if you weren't there.
You shouldn't just be a massive pushover if you're raiding a lead. Oh no, a raid.
Good.
If you're leading a raid, my bad. And you shouldn't just be a fucking dick when you're raiding. Sorry, I can't speak today.
Yeah, that's exactly it. We want that healthy balance where we're assertive. And that's how we're concise, we're straight to the point. And that's how you get respect. Additionally, you get respect by actually winning. So for instance, lurching racks up wins. Who else won? Like, there's a lot of long shot, obviously, right? And there are others as well.
Octavia does too.
Octavia. Right, you know who you are. Check out victory logs and see who led or posted that. So that's really important. And unfortunately, a lot of people get discouraged because they might not have that respect right away. They need to earn it. I hope some of you could finish the obby when I've done this by myself. And I tend to be the one who only completes it reliably. There's only been one time I haven't been able to. I will be back in just a few seconds. Continue. And then line up when you're ready. Line up. Any of you can't do the lobby? Okay, long. So here's what I want to do. I would like for us to... We'll try something new. We're going to talk about reinforcements. Reinforcing. And reinforcing is very important. Instead of Port Maersk, we're actually going to use Ursive. We could also use Nightclub, but I think Ursive is easier to explain this because it's a fort. And it's more... requires more coordination. So let me explain. I will be referring to this. So if you check general chat room, I pinged you to react to that if you see that. We're going to be talking about these concepts, okay? So, for instance, we'll talk about Ursive retakes on B site. I know this is a map we don't really use anymore, unfortunately, but it still explains the concept quite well. So with that being said, I will start the session in just a moment. Alright, so here we go. Let's see if it works. Hold fire. Alright, nice. Look, the retake mode works again, lurching, see? So now they made the teams properly, so it's 3 versus 6.
That's great.
Yeah, so the mode works as... Alright, hold fire. And we're all gonna... Oh, my bad. Hopefully it doesn't... It's okay, it's okay.
Roll it.
Oh, there's rounds. Perfect. Okay.
Paul's on ST. Huh.
Hold fire, please. Stay put. Just line up here. Stay put. I want you to watch my screen. Ready? So... I'm just going to count in my head. Watch my screen, though, okay? So, let's see how long it takes for me to reach one area. So, look. Let me team myself first. Ready? And set. And go. First, I need to get a gun. I gotta end it. Probably. Whoops, my bad. Let me try this. Alright, watch this. Here we go. So I respawn myself. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. About 13. 13 seconds to touch this. So I need to keep that in mind. Because if I start here, let's start at 40. Ready? Let's see if I reach 13. 40 minus 13. 27. 29. 28. 27. See? Just about. That's my average. That's technically the fastest way to reinforce. And sometimes people, like, they're not aware of their movement. That's the problem. Because sometimes they're like, okay, I want to go, ready? I want to start at 10. I want to start at 0, so you see how much time I waste. It's only supposed to take me 13 seconds, okay? Let me show you how long it takes some people. Look how much time I could waste if I'm dumb. I go like this. I lost 2 seconds because I didn't jump. I didn't do this. I obviously don't want to risk falling off like that. That would be even worse, and I'd waste 10 seconds or less. But I want to use every little edge I can to speedrun a certain route. Because over the length of a raid of 45 minutes or an hour, those 2 seconds add up and will equal at least 2 or more full pushes or lives. Technically more. Does that make sense? Hopefully it
Yes,
does.
boss.
Good. So the idea is, this is not that big of a deal because it's so short, but what if I were to reinforce? Look, I'm down here. So let's fix this again. Here. So I am over here and I'm gonna do, so this is what I do. So the enemies are at B. So I need to go over here. 13 seconds about. Okay, stop. Pretend time's frozen. I'm gonna rally here. Here's the main spots. So B, F2 warehouse or vault to drop. This is the speed run right here. I jump around corners. Stay around here. Mouse lock, corner, clear or no? Check. Clear or no? Check. Zoom out, okay. Are we all ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, drop. And then we could just like shoot from here. We don't need to push in yet, but then we could eventually just push as a split push. It's all about split push. So the idea is we want to be reinforcing at a coordinated level. So I'm not just here waiting for all you guys in the distance where I see all your names all spread out in a train. I'd rather you all be in a blob here, a small blob, like at least a 2-man at vault. And then, okay, they're all at B. Pretend they're at B. If they're at B, they're going to be doing this. This is closed. So once we're here, we're going to do 3, 2, 1. We're going to do a side door. You just want to push. Corners. For this. So we control this section of the room. And as we're fighting, all off spawns go warehouse. It's the fastest one. So I recommend, this is our second push. We all just jump in here. First push, we split up. So pretend they're all at B. We got to do a split push. So here's our pathing. Our pathing, we go here. B drop. As we wait for our people to set up, we just watch the stairs to delay off spawns. Okay, everyone ready? Ready? 3, 2, 1, drop. So the idea is we do a B drop split push. B tunnel is possible, but I don't recommend it. I just recommend you crossfire from here. Jumping up in that corner to help with this site if you have recon, for instance. Or recon will just go, could just go here or even at vault to shoot. Ideally, move up. Hidden spot right here.
Interesting angle.
Yeah. And then you could also have people that are just reinforced from here. Like basically this is the main area because no matter where you want to go, if you want to go over here to go to B drop, you go through market. If you want to drop down to side door, you can just go here. Even alley door, but I don't recommend alley door. It has worse angles. You could go manhole, which I'll show you, or you could go drop down to vault. So the idea is any map you want to go to, you all want to rally in a common area typically if you don't know where to go, because you can at least then rotate to where you need to go. So as the leader, I'm just going to be sitting here and say, hey, mag, rally on me. If you don't know what you're doing, just say, hey, everyone rally on me. Then specific instructions. So I could say, okay, Mag, vault door now. Vault door, Mag vault. And he will get into position and vault, and then I see his name through the wall. See? And now I know he's in position. I don't need to check, and like I could mouse lock to check, but I understand on the map what names look like and what that mean without having to actually see myself, you see? And then Mag would be, he's doing that because he's looking through the wall. Otherwise, if he's not doing that, he doesn't want AFK there. He wants to go above. So have him go above to the vault. Go on barrels.
Where?
Jump on barrels from where you came. And now you're above, so they can't. No, stop. Go back outside. Go left.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So you're above them. Go above, about as if you're about to drop, because I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, and then you'll be ready.
Okay.
Yep. So that way you can't get ran out on. Because they could run out on you and kill you if they're smart or like they're like tricky, you know. But my point
Boss,
is, yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna give an example on Maersk. I'll rejoin, but
Sure.
gotta find the angle.
Sure. But anyway, all right, you got to get the link for that lynching. But anyway, hopefully you understand. I know Mag's ready. But if these people are not ready, and we have people here, so everyone else, let's see. Let's see.
Splice has to go.
Okay. Mag, go back to your position. Okay. Stay as long as you can. Alright, watch. So look, let's say, stay there,
Yes, sir.
boss.
Apologies.
Stay there. So you see how, alright, and respawn. So like, just stay there. So like, look, Abel is all the way down there. And so is Longshot. So what we're gonna do, so look, let's see, let's count the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 seconds. And then also about 6 seconds for Longshot and Abel, right? So Salmon is the midpoint, right? So why would us two, or here, just to make it even more worth it. So like, why would us three wait and waste an entire push? Like, why would we wait for Long and Abel if they're at spawn? That's way too far away. We're just wasting time here. If you're a new leader, sure, that's okay. But you're not maximizing the amount of times you could do full pushes. And I'm not saying, so like, Mag, Azur, and I, come on, follow me. And drop down here, like, if we do this, I'm not saying do this, because it's only 3 of us, that doesn't make sense. Then we're reinforcing separately. Does that make sense? Like, we're kind of weak, because we reinforce at half capacities and we push at half capacities. That's not strong, right? We're not gonna do anything, so that's bad. But what I'm trying to say is this. So look, let's get Azur and Mag on me again. So if this is the case, we're waiting for Long and Abel because they just died or they respawned, and we're also waiting for Salmon. By the time Salmon, all right, so look, Mag and Azur, follow me. We might as well reinforce and hold B drop for the split push. Okay, so by the time we get here, Salmon is where we were previously. Stay put, please. Don't fall. Remember watching this angle, Mag, the staircase while we're waiting. And Azur. So by the time we get there, Salmon is waiting here patiently. And by the time Salmon's here, Abel and Longshot are here. Does that make sense? Here, I'll teleport you again.
Nope.
Does that make sense? And now we could just wait for Abel and Longshot to rally with Salmon. So Salmon, come on. Just stay there. Abel, Longshot. So you 3 are here now, right? So now we have a split push. So look. You see the names there? Look at my here. So like long shot, you see the names over there. Abel, I know you don't, but
No, I can see your screen.
okay, yeah, you can see my screen.
Yeah,
So like,
I understand.
so basically, long shot and everyone. That means, hey, Azure and Mag are waiting for you. Hurry the fuck up, everyone, because they're waiting for you. So they're in position. We always want split pushes. So think of any map. Look on AF3. Look on Maersk. We want to rally in time, and not just sit here and lollygag. So now, okay, what are we going to do now? Well, something else we could have done. So remember, long shot, you were like over here. So like long shot and Abel, you were here. So Salmon, instead of waiting here 6 seconds, Salmon, you could go vault as you wait for them to get here. So like Salmon, you're gonna drop down here to go to vault. Does that make sense? So, like basically everyone's moving into position efficiently. If you want to be lazy, we all rally here and we all do 3, 2, 1 push all together in here, which also works sometimes, right? I'd say that's the best strategy after we all die. Because after we all die, it'll take us at least 25 seconds to get all the way back here to B drop, right? And we all respawn together, right? We all die at the same time, hopefully. So we don't need to do that. That's wasting time. So as a leader, you should know, hey, are we just sitting here? We might as well just get ready for a split push and get in position somewhere else. Or do we all respawn together? We're all on a blob right now because we all died together, which is actually good. So our rotations are the same. And we just do a full man push immediately. So there's 2 types of pushes, the full man push and the split push. You always want to begin with a split push because once you all die, you'll have a big blob together for a full man push. Does that make sense? And that's how we don't waste time.
Yeah.
And also a pathing. So we want to reinforce. You don't want to be that one guy all the way back here because you're screwing everyone up. And you're not moving properly. So in theory, if we can move perfectly, just like how we could do the obby perfectly one day, then we could get much more time added up and more chances to win. Expect the enemy to make a mistake. They will. Most, if not all, teams have. They always lose. They rarely get a flawless victory, unless the other team just gives up. So like if they're holding term, you are able to retake and permanently hold it if you actually master and are patient enough. That's the other thing about something like Port Maersk. So play for time. Play for reinforcement time. You want to be reinforcing really fast, but on this map, it's a little different because you could have someone who's lurking, and we deleted the map so it doesn't lag. We're only doing bomb site B for this. But yeah, like I'll explain this concept. So look. So let's do. All right, we're gonna try this. Ready? Let's try to fight one time. Ready, set, and go. So the idea is blue team should have 2 lives, and then red team, you only have 1 life each. So go ahead. Defend.
Alley.
Boss, am I able to elaborate on camera angles and how it could be applied to a map like Maersk?
Yeah.
Alright. After a round.
That was a clutch. By the way, double row is really good, as you can tell.
Yes.
It's just not, like, people don't use it for some reason. It's what's unique about all of our guns. They could all be situational, and we took the Modern Warfare 2 approach where, because everything's overpowered, everything's balanced in a way. It's all based on playstyle. So here, what I like to do is we're gonna have a quick retake session, and you'll be given random teams and random equipment. And the idea is defenders, in theory, only have the ability to fully rally and reinforce 2 times. Within those 2, because like remember it could take about 25 or 30 seconds on average for defenders to reinforce, and for raiders they have a longer spawn distance, so it could be like 60 seconds. So in other words, because of the math, if defenders cannot retake the site within 2 full pushes, then they lose because the first raiders who died the first push, they'll already be reinforced and defenders need to start over. Does that make sense?
Understood.
Or not really? Like think of the walk speed of defenders versus raiders reinforcing. Defenders usually reach they spawn closer to the terminal, right? So yeah, let's try it one more time. Alright, here we go. And we'll just do a few rounds. And I'll be explaining some concepts. Alright, go ahead, fight when you spawn. Go. So this is a 2v5, it's 2-3 ratio. Right, like a fort. So defenders need to take advantage of the reinforcement speed.
Are we allowed to use comms?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're in the same VC booth, so.
Yeah.
You drop.
2.
It's 2.
Drop. Got one.
Okay, push him.
Check out. Nice. Now hold it. We lost one.
Alright, so now there's a timer, in a way, because like it's gonna, if we want to win, he's gonna take about 60 seconds to reinforce as a raider.
May I call it?
Vault door.
Nice. Check.
Scratch one. Vault door open. I don't know if that was late, but it's open.
Nope, he's there. He's there. He's there.
Heard.
Let me try this again, because the timer was off.
Oh.
I want it to be 120 seconds per round. Let me tell numerous to click. The retake mode, please make it 120 seconds per round. So we'll just do first to 5 round wins.
Right.
Alright. Go ahead.
Same teams.
Yep. So 2v5.
First thing we ought to do is close the door on the top.
Yep, close that.
Oh, it already is. It already is.
I'm watching
Yeah, I
warehouse.
closed it.
I'm watching warehouse.
Hey, Fern.
Come and get ready.
Boss inside.
That is
He's
broken.
half. He's half. I joined him. Nice. Good pick.
B drop 1. Oof. I got beamed.
Oh right, there's no many here.
I have double barrel.
He's straight.
Yeah.
Push him.
I got him. Watch here.
Okay,
I'll
get ready
watch
for
warehouse again.
reinforcements.
Boss drop. He's half. Nice.
Okay.
Good pick.
I'm not sure
I
where
think
long
long
shot is.
shot's going. Long shot's either going B drop, manhole, or vault. Watch that. Or maybe B
Oh,
tunnel.
he went side door. He went side door.
I got him.
So around this time, the first raider who died will be reinforcing.
Oh.
Try again.
I'm watching alley door. Side door. Boss go inside.
He's dead.
That was a bit sloppy. It's okay though. Oh. ST, at alley door, I think. That's my bad.
Oh, he
Actually,
went
touched
side
it
door. He went side door.
down. Side.
Nice. So you see,
Oh.
within that time, the first raider who died wouldn't have reinforced, and that means the defenders retook it and they got it.
Okay, Azurified, go side with me. Go side. We're gonna go side door. Ready? Azurified, come
Server's a
here.
bit laggy. Server's a bit laggy.
Oh yeah, it's lagging.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Go, 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 go.
Oh, one B drop. B drop. ST.
Okay. Ready? Azurified, we go side door again. We go side door. We go side door. Okay, ready? Come on. Follow me. We're gonna go side. Ready? Actually, you go alley door. You go alley door. Ready? 3, 2. Come. 3, 2, 1. Go. Go alley door. Oh,
You've used that one already.
we're getting asked on.
So if you killed any raiders, by now they'd be reinforcing already. So it's basically starting over. Alright, try again.
Elijah's back. Okay, I'll watch.
So we always start with a split push.
Boss is on top. He's red HP. He's red HP. He's right on top of us on the crates. Long shot is probably going vault. Watch that. Oh nope, they're both on top. They're really lit. They're really lit. Hold on. Azurified, stack me. Azurified, stack me. Stack. Hold on. Frog.
Oh,
There's a crack there.
yeah. I was wondering what the hell you were shooting at.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't see my health. It's whatever. Hey, hey, hey.
Long shot. You can clutch this.
Capture terminal. Mag capture terminal.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
We got it.
And
Nice.
oh dear.
Oh, I have recon. Okay.
I have ST. Let's see how we do this. Huh.
Oh.
You know, I didn't think about that.
Oh, I hit one. I airdropped one.
Oh, vent, vault, it's open.
Watch B drop. Watch B drop. Oh,
Can you
one there.
pass it?
Mag's recon. It's in there. Nice, good pick.
I'm pushing out of alley. Nobody there. Ah, lurching, run back. Oh shit.
Oh,
B drop. How low am I?
Not sure. You're half.
I'm half? Okay. Wanna know if I can still play aggressive?
I got him.
Awesome.
Okay.
Hey, you, lurching, follow me.
Paul.
Lurching, come to A boy, come. Hear me out, just hear me out. Hear me out.
Salmon stain term.
See that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, alright, cool.
Alley door. Alley.
One in cap,
Alley.
yeah, there's already one in cap. You just contest him. Lurching, how low am I?
You're half.
Heard.
I'll distract.
Ah!
Is this
He's
low?
lit.
I got him.
Yep, one more.
One more. Where's he? Nice. Good clear. Recapture him. Recapture him.
Oh, Did we? Oh, no. It's
Yeah.
just 'cause cap time. Okay, awesome.
No, we just gotta defend this for 15 more seconds.
I can still do one quick push. You watch that door.
Yeah.
Oh shit, there's already one inside cap. Vault
I
door.
airdropped one. I got one.
Lurching, just hold. Lurching, hold! You got it. Let's go.
Yeah, we won. Nice.
Does this
Nice.
game mode make sense so far?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty fun. I
Yeah.
like
This
this.
is actually very fun. What the hell? Oh
It
man.
reminds me of
that's great.
It reminds me of the very old lectures we had. Remember, For, like
Yeah.
B retakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's fun.
So like the whole point
I
of
really
this
like that.
is like it's all about retakes and then holding.
I lit one. I got one.
I'm
One
lagging
top rock,
a lot.
one
I'm gonna
top
try
rock.
rejoining.
Wait, what? Oh, that's where your head glitching me from. Is that? Oh, you're lit. Oh,
Ursa's a fun map. I'm not sure why Raiders don't raid anymore.
unfortunate. He's probably on top of rocks, by the way, blue team. I'm gonna go scout rocks. He's on assault, by the way, so watch it. Just flood in.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh,
So remember, it's sort
long
of like
shot.
the idea of this. It's supposed to be like a one
Eh.
life thing, but it's mainly a one life thing for raiders because of the
Oh, I
reinforcement time
clutched.
being long.
I clutched.
So like I want to get the measurements right. So defenders only have 2 pushes, whereas raiders just have 1 life. But right now it's a little too long. But you see how much power there is in like in 120 seconds.
Ah,
Like,
damn it.
what could happen?
Mm-hmm.
I want to try this new angle. That'd be good.
Hold on, yo, stem, stay still, okay, well, whatever.
That's
fuck
where
it.
are they?
Just mags on grass. I'm just letting him get stuck there. So he's
Okay.
not helping you guys. He's not helping the enemy push. He's useless. Just sitting there.
ST and
He
alley,
wastes a
ST
lot
and
of
alley.
time. He wastes a lot of time.
Yo, are you gonna
Watch
like
vault
drop
door.
gold?
Watch vault door.
What the hell are you seeing me?
Vault clear. 2
Nice.
down vault.
On top of
So like
right
Mag, you
there.
saw how I made you waste so much time, so you can help your team.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to do that.
Yeah, because you were a little greedy. I mean,
One on
I
top
was
of rock.
greedy too for doing that, but you were chasing me too much. So that way you could have already reinforced twice if you wanted to, but you reinforced 0 times.
My honey
I
badger
didn't
is
realize I was on recon.
broken.
That too. But the best area for you besides vault would be the tunnel.
Silver extend. Boss and long shot has their off phones.
Oh, my honey
To
badger.
get out
is,
of that spawn trap, what you need to do is just all drop down. Or all pre-fire at the same time. You guys aren't shooting properly.
Aw.
There's no medi guns on our side, by the way.
I'd like to fight back, but my honey badger is a little bit broken.
I'm in their spawn.
Ay, ay, ay. Oh, and my DB's broken. Awesome.
Is that a command boss? Fix
Yeah.
guns.
Still not working for
say
me.
that to yourself if it breaks.
Oh. Oh, alright, awesome. One on rocks.
I think I beamed him.
I don't know how low I am.
Oh, sh.
Oh, I
That
died.
was stupid.
So like Raiders basically, it encourages you to to be more conservative this game mode. Because a lot of raiders on maps, they screw up because they're too impatient.
Two B drop, yo,
and
blue
then they
team,
die,
2 on
and
B
then
drop.
they lose the game.
So remember, take notes. Take notes on what you learned in channel.
Yeah, you'll take notes after this round if defenders win. It's 1st to 5.
Boss,
Mag.
one alley door, one alley door, one alley door. Get him. I died.
Good job with the concise callouts, by the way.
Oh, just enough time. Still won. Alright, let's sign up. Alright, cool. So, hopefully you understand that you only have so many attempts to retake a terminal site or the objective. So, you want to be smart about it. I know we didn't really lead, but hopefully you understood how to at least reinforce on your own. So what I was trying to say, if you go to general chat room, what I'm trying to say for the Port Maersk math, I just ended up using Ursav for this. But I'll explain Port Maersk. So like, that's a 45-minute raid timer. First phase is 500 seconds, right? And then I'll show you. So 45-minute timer. First phase is 500 seconds. So that means it's about 8.3 minutes to win phase 1. So 45 minus 8.3, about 36 seconds, right? And then we're going to translate 8.3 to about 10 if we want to flawless it, because it takes time to reinforce from raider spawn to the dock spawn to canal/bridge. It technically takes a little longer, maybe 11 minutes to do that first push and capture that spawn as raiders, you know what I mean? So let's just say about 35 seconds on average you have left to win phase 2. So 45 minus 10 is 35 minutes, right? You see the math? To win phase 2 you need 1200 seconds and then you need 20 minutes. That's the same thing. So 35 minus 20 is you have 15 minutes to fuck around with. And if you fuck around way too much, you lose the raid. That's what Port Maersk is if you're raiding. And if you could master the reinforcements that we just did for Earthside, for instance, then you shouldn't need those extra 15 minutes. That's just a safety net. So that means maybe about 8 full pushes for raiders in a best case scenario if you flawless. If you need that extra 15 minutes too. You know what I mean? So technically all you need is one really good push and all off spawns reinforced properly, and then you have a full team in term, you auto win. As long as you're not fucking around in corners, staring at the wall because you're bored, teabagging each other because you're bored. Port Maersk, it's all about attention spanning. Your attention span needs to be long enough for 20 minutes to win. Because if the defenders capture at one time, you start all the way over. And if it's overtime, you lose. So you technically only have 2 chances. You have one chance not in overtime, and then you have one chance in overtime. So that's why the raid could be so annoying. That's why it could last more than 45 minutes. And that walking simulator, it's so annoying. You guys don't want to walk? I know you guys don't want to walk all the time. So can we reinforce properly the one time, do the one proper push that one time, and then hold properly, be patient. Then it doesn't become a walking simulator, it becomes a staring simulator, where you stare at 2 doors called old and new, and you stare at main vent and top main, and you don't peek top main, and you don't peak old or new if they send their recon there. So, does that make sense, everyone? Yes? No?
Yes, boss.
Any specific
Yes,
questions
boss.
so far about anything we talked about? Any disagreements? Any questions? Feel free to ask. Now's a really good time because we're almost over. Say CP
Oh yeah,
in chat.
yeah. Say say checkpoints or no checkpoint or CP, and then take a screenshot of this. If you have over 2 hours, you can independently host your own rates, but you can attend as many lectures as you want until you feel confident enough. We can be there to assist you, but just know that. So I'd like you all to go into your channels if you haven't already and type in what you learned today. Once you're done, I would like you to share those public notes,
We're basically
those
over.
notes in hashtag public notes. So post your.
Remember, every hour you go to unit, and it all adds up. So if you got extra time, that's good. For instance, I have like 1.5, 1 hour about 30 minutes, so that counts for you guys too. Click toggle advanced, and you could see better too. I would
So
take a
if you
screenshot of that. Take toggle advanced, so CP toggle advanced. You see on my screen?
so if you
Toggle advanced mode
have
type.
if you have 2 hours, DM me and I'll rank you specialist right now, and then you can host your own
Yeah,
raids.
two active, 2 hours active time in Hollow for anything.
Okay.
And then we'll have lurching for the more advanced officers. I recommend we have a specific mode type quota. So for instance, 1 hour retake specifically,
Right.
or like 1 hour obby, and we'll have more obbies as well that are difficult. Everything we do here, guys, it's all to challenge you. And I would also say obbies are important because it helps you reinforce faster if you're able to move and flow properly as an individual, not bump into people, not shove people, not bump into walls, because you're losing seconds. And the more you're able to flow properly, the more you're able to turn off your brain when it comes to fighting and focus more on the leadership. That becomes easier. I had you guys think. I had you guys answer questions during that when it's difficult, right? So hopefully you understand how challenging this could be. And I could always raise up the difficulty too. But none of you finished the obby. Let's finish off with the obby one more time.
I think that'd be swell.
Alright, let's try it. Go ahead. And then if I wanted to make this harder, besides loading another obby, which we'll have to add more, I could make it outscore 1. So if you fall once, you are out.
So if you haven't already, take a screenshot of you saying checkpoint and then post it in your channel. Let me know if you have over 2 hours so I can send you, so I can add your roles, your opposite roles. This is like the operative program, but better.
Yeah.
Has it ended the
Basically.
lesson?
Now's a good time for questions. I recommend you finish the obby though. Yep. I recommend mouse lock.
Is there a video about this lesson?
I will publish it.
Alright.
So Elijah, tell me one thing you learned today in today's lesson. Use VC. I recommend it, please.
Better communication and efficient movement. That's all I got, I think.
Great.
Good.
Perfect.
Is there a
What
specific
about
strategy for doing these wall wraps?
Mouse lock.
Because I'm not-
Look at my screen.
I'm not getting anywhere near
It's a mental
the
thing as
other
well.
side.
I just did it.
What
You gotta
about
take your time.
what about you, long shot? Do you have anything? Do you
Let me
learn
know how
anything
your mic
particular
works.
today?
Long shot, mic work. Call someone else.
I'll call myself. Like me personally, I didn't even know that. I knew pathing was significant. It had values to it, but I never knew just how much time you could save by just taking such simple shortcuts.
Yeah.
And I'll be sure to apply it, not just in Urside, but in every other map. So
Mhm.
cutting corners, cutting edges,
Don't
that's
be
really
that
crucial.
guy to be at the end of the train, because it's bad for
Right.
medi pushes and it's bad for reinforcing. Remember the first
Right.
lesson as well.
And like, another thing I learned is that obby, like being able to obby is such an underrated like aspect
I do it
to
to
make
warm
you.
up too. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, being good at obbies is not hard for me.
Okay. Did you finish this obby? Not yet.
Oh, so close.
It's finished.
What
this
about
obby.
you? What about you, Salmon? Did you learn anything? Anything you like others to be aware of?
Me?
Salmon.
Oh. Man, I wish I attended.
It's okay. We recorded the whole thing, so I'm expecting you to review it.
Not right now, but after school, because I have school in 20 minutes.
Okay. Octavia, did you learn anything?
I did. I did learn that properly communicating with the team about reinforcement routes before a match would probably benefit the entire team as a whole, than just banking on the fact that the map is popular and people would know reinforcement routes.
All right. Any final thoughts, Lurching Azaro?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. I'm ending the lecture now. Make sure to say checkpoint if you want to add up time. Again, you already did it earlier, or just do it again. Make sure you show toggle advance as well, though, too, please. Because that's what really matters most.
Good activity. Like it's like 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. right now for EST members.
Good. And then please write on the chat room, what do you want me to teach you next, or what do you want to learn more about when it comes to leaderships mainly. We could also talk about something combat related like medi pushes. Today we talked about reinforcing. We reviewed leadership, a little review of medi heals, but we also talked about retakes a little and split pushes and fold pushes. All right, that's all. Dismissed.